I want to ask you guys a really important question that's going to help you understand how to get the maximum out of your golf game as you're learning something new. How many of you have felt like you've had this epiphany moment on the golf course? You had this aha moment where like, that was it. I hit the perfect shot. I hit it exactly the way I want it to. I know what it feels like. I'm ready to go on tour. Let's pack my things and let's go to Q school. Maybe not quite that far, but you've probably had that moment where you felt like it all came together and you know what that perfect swing feels like now. And all you got to do is just keep doing it over and over again, right? And now how many of you after that aha moment still feel the exact same way today that you did then? Well, for everybody, these aha moments come and go. They're fleeting in the night. We all had them, but we let ourselves be deceived by the idea that that one little discovery is learning, and it's not. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, because these lightning in a bottle moments are not learning. They're discoveries. I want you to think about it in a certain way, and I'm going to explain. We had a post in a Facebook group this weekend on Rotary Swing that said, man, I posted earlier this week on the Facebook group that I had it, man. I felt like it was all coming together. My swing was there. The dead drill was clicking for me. I get it. And now I'm posting today and I feel like I lost it. If you lost it, you never had it in the first place. And that's the most important thing to understand. You had an aha moment. You had a discovery. And discovery and learning are very, very different. I want you to understand that when you think about learning and you think about aha moments and you think about trying to really change something in your life and changing habits that you have, old bad swing habits and things, understand that you can learn everything you need to know about learning the golf swing from the TV show Gold Rush. Now, I've been a fan since the very beginning, and Gold Rush is super cool because it epitomizes learning and hard work and getting somewhere and getting results. Most people think of when they learn the golf swing, it's a quick tip, it's a Band-Aid, it's something they read and it clicks in their mind. Like, if I could just find that one tip, that one thing that so-and-so knows that I don't, and that's going to be the answer to me playing great golf consistently. And of course, it's not true. In Gold Rush, you see that they often will drill test holes and they will look for things and perhaps they will discover a good deposit of gold. That's that eureka moment. Aha, there's gold in the ground right here. And all we got to do now is just go dig it out. The discovery is just the starting point. It's the entrance. Even if the dead drill was a huge aha moment for you, which I know the video has been seen hundreds of thousands of times now, that was a discovery, that was an aha moment, but it's worthless without you doing the work, without you getting up and experiencing it for yourself, without you going out and digging up the gold. It doesn't do you any good to know the gold's in the ground. You got to go up and get it. It's great that you found it there, but that's just the beginning of the process. And that's why, this little endorsement for Dan Coyle. I don't make anything off this, but I like Dan. And this book changed how I always thought about, let's completely out of focus here, the golf swing. But everything. It changed the way that I think about learning. The talent code is one of the most important things that you can read in understanding how to learn. Because, again, so many people get caught up in this idea that there's a quick tip, there's a Band-Aid fix, there's a magic pill, a diet pill that's going to get you there tomorrow. And that stuff is, it's not true. We all want to believe it. It provides hope. And that's what they're preying on when they sell you stuff. People don't want to hear from people like me and say, yeah, it's going to take work. If you do this, this, and this, of course you'll get the results. But they want to hear, no, well, what's the shortcut? There is no shortcut. There are no quick fixes. There are only temporary ones. I want to share with you another story that will help illustrate this point. And maybe you've heard this before, maybe you haven't. What are the 5 most expensive words in racing? Now, many of you guys know I've raced for a long time, so car racing is a huge part of my blood, and I love racing. And I had to learn this lesson the hard way. And I was working with a driver coach, and I had made a mistake. And luckily, I had saved it, but I didn't always save it. Sometimes I ended up in the wall, and that's part of the learning process. And unfortunately, it's an uncomfortable way to learn, but lessons stick home really, really quickly. The 5 most expensive words in racing are, I thought I had it. That when somebody says those words, we know that was an expensive screw up on the track because they stuffed it in somewhere. They thought they could save it. They ran out of talent, and we all run out of talent at times, and we didn't have enough learning, enough foundation to be able to save that car in that moment. Golf is the same thing. If you think that you have it, you thought you had it, you thought you had all of this stuff together, you think you figured it out, realize that you're just a moment away from sticking it in the wall, because that's not how learning works. People think that learning just kind of goes on this like straight upline curve, or maybe you make a huge jump and then you plateau and then you make these huge jumps. It's really like this. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And as long as it's trending up, that's all that matters. The day-to-day stuff, when you look back over time, the things where you're like, oh, I'm frustrated, not feeling this right, or the ball's not doing this, or whatever it is, that's normal. Everybody goes through. That's a part of learning. That's more important than these aha moments. It's going through those daily things where, more importantly, where you make mistakes and you fail. Every single biggest lesson I've ever learned in my life, having to do with any sports I've done, or business, or life, or whatever it is, has all been from mistakes. I never learn anything when I do it right and I win. And I've won a lot of races, but all of the mistakes that I've made that have really set home with me are the ones that were huge screw ups. They were times where I thought I had it. I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I could skip ahead and not take the time to build that foundation, to learn fundamentals. And it cost me big. I'll show you a quick video here that is the epitome of this. This is me testing an LMPC car. And at this time, I had just won 2 national championships in a prototype car, somewhat similar to this, a little bit lower horsepower, a little bit less downforce, a little bit lighter, different tires, which was really a big part of the deal. But here's the thing, I've accomplished something. I'm a championship-winning race car driver. So now I think I'm ready to step up into the pros and take that next leap, because I think I've got it. I know I'm so good, I'm so talented, I've just figured this stuff up so much faster than everybody else, and I'm ready to go. And here's what happened. Thought I had it. Those were very expensive words that day. That was a very, very expensive lesson. I had to write a pretty hefty check for that one. But I learned that I didn't have all the answers yet, that I didn't know everything that I thought I did, because I had to keep growing. I had to keep challenging myself. I had to keep making mistakes. And unfortunately, that was an expensive mistake. Unfortunately for you, golf doesn't have to have these expensive mistakes. But it's okay to make mistakes. In fact, you need to be excited when you go out and you have a bad round of golf as you're working on something, because you're really going to learn so much more from that bad round or that bad shot or whatever it is, that's going to help elicit an emotional response that makes it so that you remember that for the long term. You know how to fix it. You know how to go back, and it's going to stick out. So the most important thing I want you to understand is that stop searching for quick fixes, right? There's no such thing in life. If you're going to learn anything, it takes time. And the dead drill really is as close to a quick fix as you can get. And the reason is it's because it's a fundamental approach to fixing fundamental problems. That's the reality of it. If you're swinging over the top and you're slicing, no, the most expensive driver in the world will not change the underlying fundamentals that are causing that. You might be able to somewhat diminish the effects of your swing. You might be able to put a ton of weight on the toe or whatever it is and slowly help kind of make the effects of the shot less, but it will never change the fundamental problems of what's going on under there. If the club face is open and you hit the ball in the center of the face and you're swinging over the top, the ball is going to slice. It's that simple. The driver will have zero impact on that. Like, they can negligibly make a small difference, but the simple reality is it's the Indian, not the arrow. I personally use clubs off the shelf, and you guys know I spent a ton of time testing, especially when I did the Bomb Your Driver series. I spent $35,000 of my own money buying every shaft, every head, every ball combination, and spent 3 months with a buddy of mine on a launch monitor for 4 hours to 6 hours a day, hitting nothing but drivers. And so we spent a ton of time when I developed that series many years ago on trying to understand what difference equipment could really make. And of course, it makes a big difference with certain things as long as your fundamentals are solid. And that's what the dead drill is all about. It's going to teach you how to move your body. So don't waste your time and your money going and getting fitted for clubs or trying to find some little secret, like, oh, if I pure my shafts or if I MOI match them or whatever it is, frequency match them. Don't waste your time, because you're just putting a Band-Aid on the symptoms and you're just going to think you had it and you're not going to have it. So understand that what you really want to realize, the most important thing in life is that everything that's worth doing takes some work. Now, some of you are going to make huge changes really, really quickly, and that's awesome because you either understand the fundamentals or you already have good fundamentals in your swing that are going to help you make progress quicker. But some of you are going to take a little bit longer. Some of you aren't going to put in the work. Some of you are going to hear what I'm saying and be like, yeah, I hear what he's saying and that's all fine and good, but I think I can just find, there's still one tip out there that I'm missing. And if I just had that, because I hit this great shot the other day, and so clearly it's in me, so I should be able to do that every single time. I just need to figure out what that one trick is that I did that day. If you're doing that, I promise you, you're wasting your time and you're just going to be like a dog chasing your tail in circles. So like I said, the dead drill is as close as you can possibly get to that magic diet pill, but it's not a magic diet pill. You still have to get up off your booty and do the work and do the drills. And that is what's going to give you the fix for your swing. It's not a quick fix. It's a fundamental fix. It's fixing how your body moves, which moves the arms, which moves the club, which moves the ball in that sequence. And so, and best of all, the dead drill, I gave it to you completely free. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. You have zero excuses now. Your game, you are in complete control over your destiny with your golf swing. Nobody else has the power now to say, well, you just come to me and give me $1,000 and I'll give you this little trick secret. You don't have to think like that anymore. You don't have to think, oh, if I just had that magic driver, or those special set of irons with those super expensive shafts and those expensive balls or whatever, none of that stuff is true. You have the control to make these changes. So get up, start working on the drill, fix the underlying cancer that's going on in your swing, and your swing will improve. And you won't be thinking, oh, I thought I had it, and I keep chasing this lightning in a bottle. That's not how things work. Learning is clunky. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. You just want a steady trend going up. And if you get that, you're always going to be improving every single day. Even if you have a bad day, you're going to learn more from your mistakes than you are from your successes. So the cool thing is you can get all of this stuff. You can get all the help you need either online through our site, or through the Facebook group, also totally free. Just join in there. And you've seen tons and tons of people getting tons of help on their swings. We just had a tour pro on there. We had a bunch of stuff on there. So if you want help with your swing, join our Facebook group. There's tons of great free help, tons of people in there looking to help you. If you want professional help, you want help from my team of instructors or myself, join the site. All of the content that goes into every single nitty-gritty detail of everything that you've ever wondered about the golf swing, it's in there. But the important thing is, again, you've found the gold. The gold is there. It's your decision now. Are you going to go and dig it out of the ground? If you take that step, make that initiative, do a little bit of work every single day, doing the dead drill, teaching your body how to move correctly, paying attention to these little details. There's not a lot there, but if you just focus on the fundamentals, dig out that gold, and you'll have the golf swing of your dreams.